When? Feed the poor pooch. Let him eat. Let him consume too much food that you put on his bowl. When? Also, I guess I have to do this now. It was just a day like any other day. A quiet had fallen on Neo Olde Tokyo. It was about to be the battle of the century. One skeleton versus a kid who doesn't know right from left. There, you got your apparently sexy detective intro. I didn't think that was... Sheesh, that is the first time I've ever been called that. For good reason. There's no meat on these bones. But anyway. Welcome on in, Centurion. Interesting. Interesting. I've never had my voice described like that, actually. Not gonna lie. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Welcome, Tony. Hello, Rufus. Alright. Alright, Tony. It looks like you got somebody in your camp. Anyway. Hey, yo, Sky! Welcome on in. How are you doing today? Surprised you didn't... You're surprised you're not jumping in to go clobber some folks in the Smash stream going on right now. It's a shame I didn't have the time to jump in and get a couple rounds either. But how you doing, bud? You chillin'? I'm gonna be struggling to remember all the friggin' case details as we go along. Just got back home a bit ago and we had a tad bit tipsy. Oof. Well, you had a good evening. You had a good day out anyway. I guess you're not the drunken fist kind of type. Makes sense. Makes sense. And of course, hello to all lurkers and hello to all VOD watchers. We do appreciate everybody who tunes in, regardless of whether you're live or not. Hello, Rupee. Oh, I am, but I just want to chill. Fair enough. Fair enough. What is with everybody taking a shot? It's Mario Day, not St. Patrick's Day. Good God. What are y'all trying to be in the underwater level? Ooh, took a small dip there. I'm a functional alcoholic. God, I wish that were me. Yeah, no. I'm pretty much a lightweight myself. I take 2 dark drinks and I am out. Pizza with the folks and beer. Ooh, I miss that so. It was actually a really good like pizza and beer place near me one time. I had a good time, but damn it, I needed something other than Budweiser. The pizza was always delicious. It's delicious as always, but the Budweiser just kind of ruined it. A Dos Equis. Now that goes with pizza real well. Boozy pineapple drink. Yeah, yikes. You got something eating at the inside of your mouth and your stomach. God help you. Anyway. It's your second to go beer. Interesting. I don't know. I have yet to like enjoy Budweiser or Bud Light. Like that's just water to me. Dos Equis tasted good. Shiner Bock was my go-to drink when I could. And anything dark, it was always a treat for me. Problem is grease, not acid. Lucky. Lucky. Lucky you. Anyway. Sorry for postponing. See, I've seen Michelob all over the place. Play for an Ultra and all that. I didn't get the chance to try it. But maybe someday if I beat down the GERD like a bad habit, maybe, just maybe, I'll get to have some. Sorry about postponing. I explained it in a little more detail in the Discord, but effectively, I kind of zeroed out my social battery, maybe overdrawn a bit as well last a night ago. I finished the Dark Souls 2 stream, 30 minutes overtime. Excuse me a moment. Sorry, had to burp off screen. Had some taquitos. Those are surprisingly good for me. But I zeroed out on my social battery from last week. Any day I was not streaming, I was working with other people for like Vylimpia stuff, or what was it? Let me look at my calendar. Like last week was crazy, guys. I shit you not. Oh, that's right. So last week, let me pull up my personal calendar here because I think everybody should have this. Yeah, I had Dark Souls 2 on Sunday, Digimon Rumble Arena that we finally fixed, Urban Myth Dissolution Center, Funny Bones had a game test on Wednesday, and that took like 3 to 4 hours to finish. Thursday was Payday 2 with Billy and Baron, that was a lot of fun. Friday was a My Anime List rating stream, and Saturday was a Vylimpia meeting. Case in point, I had 7 days in a row where I did not get to rest. Yeah, happy Mario Day to you too. I'm sorely disappointed I didn't plan a Mario game for today, but it is what it is. Haha, very funny, Sky. But yeah, it was absolutely wild. Absolutely, unabashedly wild last week, and I spent Sunday, instead of preparing to stream and streaming later on, well, I streamed on Sunday, and I streamed on Sunday before that, and then I passed out on Monday. Like, I think I've talked about this before. After I came back from Zan, Japan, I was just like, yeah, I no longer function. See y'all tomorrow. And that kind of the same thing happened on Monday, where I was just like, I don't have the mental state to deal with a Phoenix Wright court case. I don't have the physical state to deal with anything. I'm just like, yo, daylight savings time, rough, am I right, fellas? In reality, I was just like zero, maybe even -10. So I needed a day off. I'm so sorry I had to postpone. Had to. Sorry I had to, I should say. Sorry, not sorry I did, but sorry I had to. At least we're here now, right? At least now we get to get back into the court case. And I have no idea what fucking happened last time. I'm gonna try my best to remember all the details as we go into this court case, but this might be our first on-screen loss. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, I'm not confident in my ability to solve this case. So, if the crowd has any suggestions about how to go about it, you're free to say something, because I might be half a brain right now. Might be. Also, depending on how the foul weather blows, I might have to cut it short, because there is a bunch of storms in the area right now. Thankfully, not anywhere near us at the moment. Give him a good old objection. Do your best, Detective Bones. Thank you for the faith and tips. I shall do my best. But yeah. Almost time for me to uncover with a special thing that's happening on Sunday, the 15th. Almost. It'll be announced by somebody else, and I'll repost it over social media and let y'all know exactly what and when it is. It's gonna be fun, but it's not gonna be on this channel. But for now, I think we should get into the game before my brain starts running amok. If it was hooked in. See, this is how prepared I am, guys. This is how I legitimately prepared I am. Totally. And there's the game. Okay, cool. Is that quiet, or is it just me? It might be quiet. Okay, I did not bother to check it during, but I do need to double check and make sure it is okay when we get in the game. Alright, so. Hello, B. You're just in time. We had a rushed kind of yap session because Tony was threatening me with overfeeding Bobo. But hello, happy Mario Day, and hope you're having an okay evening after work. I know it's improved slightly by the sight of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I'm going to get into the game and I'm gonna double check the audio. Fuck you mean overfeeding? You were dumping food on Bobo's plate and was like, and you were like, say when, Ricky? Say when, Ricky? Otherwise he's going to be buried in kibble. Oh, he didn't have work today, he had D&D. Oh, okay, cool. I'm like a dog chasing cars, chasing cans of food. Do you see what I mean, Ricky? Fill a bowl of food for him and then I set it down. Okay. And you got a haircut. Excellent. You're feeling refreshed, powerful, and whimsical. That is what we like to see on this day of all days. It's not allowed to eat it until I said okay. Okay, so you're holding Bobo hostage is what you mean to say. You're holding Bobo hostage, and here I am, an officer of the underworldian law, and I'm expected to just stand by and not let that poor dog eat the food that you are holding up above him against his will? How could you? How could you, Tony? Is it working? Am I doing what the kids call gaslighting? Is this good enough? Anyway. Nice. I'll pretend I know what an undercut is and just say I'm sure it looks wonderful on you. But yeah, having a haircut is always nice. I don't have hair as a skeleton, but I do recall it being such a wonderful feeling when you get it all nice and trimmed and proper. You don't know what a fucking undercut is? It's more like I don't know what half the hairstyles are called. I barely knew what my in-life hairstyle was called until I looked it up and called it, oh, it's a side part. And then when I explained it to all the barbers, they're like, what the fuck is a side part, homie? It's when you get the section towards your neck cut off. I think I understand it if I'm imagining it right. But I got no ideas, honestly. But yeah, good for all of you. Glad y'all are having a good time already with a little bit of booze in ya. Some of you got pizza, some of you got haircuts. All of y'all are ready for a good time. That's good, that's good. I will now try to explain everything as we get into the court. Okay. Do I begin my retelling here, or do I get into the game and then do it? If you wear your hair down with an undercut, you can hardly tell that you have one. It's difficult to explain through text. Don't worry about it, Tony. I'll take y'all's word for it. So, here is the gist of the gist of the gist of what we're doing today. We are Phoenix Wright. We are a rookie lawyer, a rookie defense attorney, who worked under Mia Fey, who was a wonderful defense attorney in her own right. She brought us on for our first case where we defended our friend Larry Butts from being accused of his girlfriend's murder. Said girlfriend ended up receiving a gift called the Thinker from him, which turned out to be the murder weapon, and the murderer was Mr. Solid, who tried to pin the murder on Larry Butts. Let's see. So that's the first case. In a nutshell. Nutshell, more like. The second case, unfortunately, our dearly beloved boss did get whacked by an individual who was using the statue yet again. Statue was supposed to be carrying sensitive documents, and Maya Fey comes into the picture as her sister. Maya is accused of her murder, Mia Fey's murder, And as we try to look for a defense attorney for her, everybody says, nope, not touching that. That's a hot potato, senor. So we were like, okay, you know what? We're gonna do it ourselves. And as we unravel the case more and more, it turns out her room was bugged by an outside actor named April May. She turns out to be a psychotic individual of a girl. Very pretty, very pink, very yikes, and she turns out to be working for a guy called Red White. Red White seems to have his hands in every part of the judicial process. He owns the courts, he owns the police, and all with dirty information that stems from Mia and Maya Fey's mother, who was a spirit medium who reached out to a dead victim and failed to get the correct suspect. This turned out to be a scandal, and this is what Red White used to hold it over everybody's head. The DL6 incident. Remember that. In court, we ended up trying to find every piece of evidence. We found evidence that he had caused the suicides or pressured into suicides of various officials, and thank you, I saw that. And on top of that, he knows enough about us to give us a sucker punch and accuse us of Mia Fey's murder on the basis that we were trying to move up the ranks in the offices. He failed, we failed to pin it on him, and we were about to lose the case when Mia Fey came back from the frickin' dead, inhabited her sister's body, and presented us with the exact case documents that he supposedly stole. A list of names that he had blackmailed. Again and again, we read the names out until he finally gave up. Gave himself up, and that's what that undercut is. Thank you. So he finally gave up, admitted to the murder, and we put him away for good. Mia then continued to watch over us as we became Phoenix & Co. law offices, along with Maya Fey as our assistant. Which brings us to the current case. Mr. Will Powers is accused of killing his what's the word I'm looking for? Ooh, chat disconnected of all things. Good lord. I hope my internet connection is okay given all the circumstances. Well, yeah, he played the evil magistrate. Jack Hammer, that's his name. Jack Hammer was his co-star as the evil magistrate. The man who played the villain. He ended up being stabbed while in the Steel Samurai costume. The Steel Samurai evil magistrate costume. And he was stabbed by the same spear that the Steel Samurai uses. Pointing all the fingers towards Will Powers. They saw the suit lumbering towards the back lot. Hello, Flash, welcome on in. We're just recapping everything. So here's the case as follows, if I recall correctly. The current evidence stands as so. The Steel Samurai, assumed to be Will Powers inside, was seen walking from the front lot, dragging his foot to the back lot of the movie sets. He did injure his foot during the day, during some run-throughs. His alibi is that he was asleep at the time in his trailer. Nobody can corroborate this, so it's his word against everybody else's. The Steel Samurai supposedly limped to the back area, killed the evil magistrate while he was in costume, and then either dumped his body or it was the scene of the murder in Studio 1, I believe. Now, there are 3 problems at the moment. God help you, B. 3 things that are standing out, or several things that are standing out right now. 1, nobody knows if Will Powers was actually in the costume at the time. It could have been stolen. It could have been somebody else in there. We don't exactly know, and we scapegoated Oldbag, the security guard, into being a suspect. However, some new evidence has come to light regarding this. First off, we found out that the execs wanted to keep Oldbag hush-hush about a couple of things. Exactly who was there and when and why. Next, there was Cody Hackins, a kid who may have bore witness to the murder and who has photographic evidence on him at all times. He may have something in his scrapbook that could be of use. But Cody Hackins told us plain and simple that he saw the Steel Samurai defeat a bad guy, which we assumed to be the evil magistrate being stabbed by the Steel Samurai. That is what Cody says. He may have bore witness to a murder. I still say it was too short to be willpowers. Well, unfortunately, it's built for him. It is built for him. But you do have a point. Yes, it was dragging quite a bit. So it might have been too short. There is also a couple things that we noticed. One... What is her name? The boss lady, the producer who runs the studio, seems to run it with a cold heart and an iron grip. Everybody fears her or respects her. We're not sure exactly which. I forgot her name. Don't worry about it. Second, D. Vasquez. Thank you. D. Vasquez. Second thing, Salmonella is just a big dweeb. That's all we've understood about him. A big dweeb who likes to stare at Maya weirdly. Don't really like him. Third, Cody Hackins. Cody may have witnessed the murder. There was two key details, though, we discovered. One, there was a bottle of sleeping aid, or sleeping pills, in the commissary, in the food area. So that leads us to believe that maybe Mr. Powers was drugged so that he would be asleep. That would give him an alibi for being asleep. Somebody drugged him. But who is the question. Second, we don't know exactly what Cody saw. He simply described it as the bad guy. The bad guy was defeated by the Steel Samurai. How, when, where, none of this has been made very clear, and unfortunately we couldn't get the details out of him, and we couldn't get him to shut up until Gumshoe broke in, stole the witness, and said, "See you in court, pal." So yeah, we might be up the river. We might be up the river, not gonna lie. We might be up the river, but we are gonna die trying. So, I think I have done my due diligence for the day. I hope I have recapped this as good as it could be for everybody. We love Gumshoe, we just don't love him getting into in our way. But we do appreciate the big lunk. Okay. One sip of water. Reaffirmation of goals. Positive affirmation in your head. You can do this, Ricky. And scene. Also, do let me know if anything is too loud or too quiet at any point in time. If I'm getting drowned out by the game, etc., etc. I think I have done this correctly, but I'm going to monitor the audio levels just in case. Because I have screwed up the audio settings on my end a little bit. Need a second pair of eyes or something? Best ask Tony. I am about to perish in court at the moment. Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, nothing. Really? It's nothing. Right, Mia? Oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please! When is it not time for dead people jokes? Come on, I'm right here. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix. Today. It's that, or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. No, hell no it isn't. And there's been like 2 weeks since the last time. October 19th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Let's do this, boyos. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it'll be that producer. Okay. Oh, no. Not this guy. Not this guy off the rap. Okay. Just had to make sure everything was set up. The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Or that director. Oh god, what was his voice again? It was probably really nerdy. Will the witness state his name and profession?
How rude can you get? Don't you know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai noob. Raffle.
Hold your tongue, Edgeworth. Nobody likes him in here, but we're going to have to all put up with him together.
Salmonella, I'm a director. Television.
Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. Alright, Sal. The day of the murder.
I was at the studios from around 9 a.m. that morning. During the morning, I was doing, an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I heard that everyone else had ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4 p.m. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it.
I didn't see a thing in that one. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. I am going to check my court record because I need to know. Okay. 2:30 p.m. Dragon One Leg, 2 p.m. Guide back to Global Studios, murder weapon. Found in the employee area, the label reads sleeping pills. Blocked the path at scene at 2:30 and 4. Contains photos of every victory scene the Steel Samurai has won. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start pressing. There's not much to go work off of there. I was at the studios from 9 a.m. this morning. Hold it! Let's start this questioning. Is that when you always come into work?
Oh no. I come into work at all sorts of hours. It's the industry way.
Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industries. Okay.
Still, if WIW, I was pretty busy all that day.
Tell us more about that.
During the morning, I was doing a action scene run-through.
One more time. Ooh, I see Pistola playing Slay the Spire 2. Good luck, Pistola. For what it's worth. Ah, okay. Did not know that one. In the employee area?
That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate.
Was anyone else at that run-through?
Oh, yeah. That security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. LOL. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it.
She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else?
Nope, just us four.
Old Bag, himself, Hammer, Powers, Assistant? Wait a minute. Yeah, he was there. No, the run-through? Just us four. Just us four? Jackhammer, Will Powers, Old Bag, and himself. Yeah, I think the assistant was there as well. I'll let it lay for now.
It took a lot more time than I thought it would.
And why is that? Why did it go on so long?
I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see?
Oh, right. Thus the limp.
Which of course led me to missing my lunch. Robbers.
Rolling on the floor sad. Ruffs? What? Ruffs? Rolling on the floor starving? Where's the tea?
I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area.
Who is everyone else? What exactly did they have for lunch?
T-bone steak. The assistant cooked some up.
Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witnesses did not eat with them. That the witness did not eat with them.
But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch.
That's interesting. So, in the end, you didn't get to eat?
Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it?
That must have been tough. Phoenix, yeah, stay on target, brother. Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? It's a little vague. There is something bothering me. Mr. Manella, just so you said steak, at least. So you ate something other than steak?
Yeah, good call. I had some chocolate in my pocket, which I used to stave off starvation.
There goes Chad again. Huh, I see. Is that all? I'm sure I was onto something there. Let's press that one more time. Try contradictory. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manella!
What did you want?
When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. Thought they had lunch at the meeting. There were 2 plates. The same kind of plates as in the ones in the employee area. Damn it! How did I miss that one? That's right, there were other steaks. There were other greasy plates in Studio 2. Who ate lunch there?
No, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all.
A T-bone steak, you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat it later.
Clearly a man who likes to eat. I suspected as much. So, when exactly did you eat it? This is starting to fall apart. This is good. He gets so freaky when he mentions food. I know. Welcome on in, Ray. Welcome on in, Faves. How you doing, buddy? I don't like this guy one bit, and I like voicing him even less.
We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then.
A mental image I will carry with me to the grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. Well, we were in the meeting until 4 p.m. What were you discussing?
The Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this, the sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manila, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for the children. Can't you believe it?
Actually, I kinda can. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting. Nothing for me to present here. Now let me press one more time. You didn't take a single break.
Well, yeah, not a one.
What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Press harder. Wait a second. Mr. Manila, you just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate T-bone steak during a break?
Oops,
Well? Mr. Manila, what's this all about? Also, yes, B, what is it? What can I help you with, B? How can I serve you today? What would you like in your burger? Okay.
Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break.
Hydrate, okay. First one of many, I'm sure. Phoenix, great job! If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please. Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing. What kind of scheme has he got? The break.
Yeah, for what it's worth, we took a break, Ruffle. But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, lol. That's only enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me.
That's mighty prideful statements you're making there. I don't think it would even be enough time for that. But that's just me. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. All right. Let's pull this one apart. Elaborate! What time exactly did you take this break?
I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45.
That would not... That puts the break right after Will Power's murder. 2:30? That's the time of death! So we could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. If we could instant transmission, maybe, right? I guess it's possible. Time-wise.
But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12.
The frick do you mean by all this vernacular? What were you doing for those 15 minutes?
Eating my T-bone steak. What else?
There were two plates on the table. There were two plates on that table.
Oh, right. The other one was D Vasquez's plate.
D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes. That's quite a feat.
Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio One, no?
Hold it right there. I think you can teleport and do all sorts of anime bullshit. We are 2D rendered characters. Anything is possible. I rest my case. Why is that? Objection! Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio One. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting that one of the people in the trailer went to Studio One. Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio One? Is there an evidence between 2:15 and 4? No, it's impossible. At 2:30, the path is blocked by 2:15, which is when they went on break. I can't. No, it's impossible. Will this bite me? I don't think so, knowing what I know about this case. I don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio in that time. Haha! I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again. But I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead barred the way. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow, I feel no desire to correct him. How weak was that statue's head? Great question. Honestly, it's top-heavy. With the wrong materials, it could happen. I believe we've seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand.
What? It's over?
Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. Therefore, they have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid we would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have a decisive witness. That we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. Oh, kid. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Cody, I'm gonna wring your neck. Order! I will have order! I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for the recess. Well, this is not looking good. Back in the defendant's lobby. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not when there was still a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that. But I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you were innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. It is so good, yeah. I've definitely listened to this OST while I was working a bunch of times. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. You... Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. Here goes nothing. Alright, what bullshittery do you have for us this time, Edgeworth? Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. What the hell are you saying, Edgeworth? Time for shenanigans. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps we could arrange a box for him to stand on? Oh, right. God, please bring him a box, or one of those donut crates should do. There you go, Cody, now we can see you. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness.
What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around.
A kid just put you in your place, Edgeworth. How's that feel? Cody, answer his question, okay?
Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade.
I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident.
You got a problem with that?
Please tell us what you saw that day.
What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there?
Just Mr. Edgeworth will be... I prefer bearded gentlemen myself. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this classroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission, if that's possible. You see, Your Honor, we can't exactly draw him at any other pose, so we're trying to save a little bit of money here, and artist sanity, if you don't mind. Yes, of course.
Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I bring it with me wherever I go.
Phoenix. I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of it in the court record. New digital camera. Cody always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court what you saw the day of the incident. Alright, Cody, make it snappy and make it concise, please, for the love of God. And your beloved hero.
I wanted to see a steel samurai rehearsal, just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the steel samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes out came the bad guy. Of course, the steel samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for the shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home.
In the woods to avoid the old lady. That sticks out. For some reason Twitch is buffering for me. Odd. Yeah, no. I've seen a couple of drop frames every now and again, but it doesn't look... It looks like it might just be... Hopefully it's not my region. Because we are dealing with some foul weather down south. Twitch is fine on your end. Okay. Yeah. Also, Twitch just likes to die every now and again. For me, especially. So, it could be a number of things. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. Alright. Press a little bit. Want to see a steel samurai rehearsal just once. Hang on, kiddo. You really like the steel samurai, huh?
Course I do. I've taped every show, and I go to all the live performances.
That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park?
Course, duh. My dad always takes me.
Poor dad. That's relevant to the case, absolutely. Found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. Hold on a mo. Was that day the first time you'd been to the studio?
Actually, I'd been a couple of times. I never managed to get there on a rehearsal day. And that security lady's always yelling.
Right. Please continue.
Chill, Pops, I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you cutting me off all the time? Jeez!
Oh, God. The strays Edgeworth is catching this session is wild.
I went through the woods, off the path, so that old lady wouldn't catch me. Hold it.
Off the path?
Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was.
I see.
Anyhow, I was going for the studio.
Which studio? Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio?
Unusual?
Did you see this monkey by any chance?
Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted.
So you went straight to the studio. That means he was there by 2 p.m. before the monkey head came down.
I got kind of lost on the way, though, for about 30 minutes.
You got lost in the woods?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, was I relieved when I saw the blue studio doors.
Yeah, water, whatever. I'm okay, guys, I'm okay.
But guess what happened next? When I came out by the studio, there was a steel samurai.
The steel samurai?
Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in.
Then he opened up the gate and went inside. Studio gate. Thought about it and went inside. Which studio gate? I see, what then?
It totally rocked! Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Hold it!
What sort of bad guy was it?
Guy? Person? Kinda tall. Skinny.
Are you sure it was a guy? Silence, Spot!
I don't know. He was kinda far away.
Huh. He's being awfully vague.
Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow!
Hang on. What happened to the bad guy?
Huh? Well, he kinda didn't move. Not a bit. Like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor.
Yes, I suppose he was. Oh, Cody.
If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you.
Hang on. If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then?
No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time.
Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix, remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say. Okay, let me have a look at my evidence here. Contains photos of every victory scene and every battle the Steel Samurai has won. New digital camera. Cody always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it. See, my first inclination would be to present this. Cody always carries it. I'm gonna burn one here. Just real quick.
Objection!
Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that.
Huh?
Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Oh, I was putting on the pressure too much? What is this digital contraption you're talking... What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. And on that bombshell, we're going to take a 4-minute break. Because the ads are upon us. And I'm gonna go ahead and hydrate a little bit. Whew. Poor time. Poor time to, like, take a break. But, you know, it is what it is. I want to let the ads run, and I don't want to use a snooze. This is already going to be a fun case to voice, I can tell. Kid. Okay. Let me just clear out some pings real quick. Done and done. Cool. You had a funky customer. Oh no. Did he bring you down to Funky Town? Was he funking up USA? Was he crisscrossing? Actually, no, wait, that's an applesauce. Man. I was returning some brown shoes and checked the status from when they ordered them, and it said nearly minted. Nearly. I get the bad feeling they didn't bring it back in nearly minted condition. Near meant the color. Ha. Ah. Oof. Ouch. You got scammed, friend. Man. Speaking of things purchased, I have the privilege of now owning Slay the Spire 2, and I played it co-op with some friends a night ago. Hence why I didn't show up for stream yesterday. Thought near mint meant the fucking color, so they got confused on why it said near mint when it was clearly bringing in brown shoes. Ah, so exactly like the poor judge here. I misread that. Yeah. Good God. Poor thing. Poor thing. I'm trying to think of a thing I thought of. I mean, I misread cards all the time, like in Slay the Spire. But by the way, we're playing Slay the Spire 2 next week. There is no way you can object to this. I'm going to bring you in so I can play as the Osteomancer. You cannot object. This skeleton's got his eyes on you. Also had some dudes call my store a disgrace when Amazon's site was down. Please. The UPS runs a lot of things. It does not run Amazon. Amazon has its own share of problems. It is, so for anybody who doesn't know what Slay the Spire is, it is a deck building roguelike. Roguelike, take your pick. Where you go through a multi-branching path trying to survive with a chosen character and about 10 cards that you can slowly build up into a deck of about 20, 30, and every card you pick up is usually a brand new attack. Every enemy you face off against has some kind of gimmick, and it's just chef's kiss, divine, 2D animation, and fantasy-based, and just min-maxing heaven. And it's got co-op too, but I don't know who would be willing to play with me on such short notice. I do see a bunch of my friends now own it on Steam. And the fact that it's 2D and easy to pick up is really fun. But I have to thank Michael for buying it for me. It and the first game. I'm not sure if I want to play the first game on stream. I should, because it's the progenitor. But at the same time, it doesn't have a skeleton, according to Michael, which makes it infinitely inferior, obviously. But the skeleton in Slay the Spire 2 is a Osteomancer that has a pet gnarled bony hand that is gigantic and grows with every HP you give it. And it has a scythe. She's awesome. She's really cool, and I forgot her name. But I want to try and play that on stream next week. Osteomancer. You, my dear Tony, including a purple theme. Objection! Hello again, Ryan. Yes. And her pet giant skeleton hand is named Osti. So, you know, if you like card games, if you like reading, if you like doing math, which not everybody does, I'd say it's for you. What are we talking about? We're in the middle of a break talking about Slay the Spire 2, a brand new game that features an awesome skeleton who has a scythe and a pet skeleton hand called Osti. I like it. But I was playing it a couple of nights ago with some friends for the first time. Alright, back to the action. It's a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera, so what? You got a problem with that? Direct attack on Edgeworth's character, yeah. So, you did have a camera. And did you use this camera?
Why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. What I saw.
Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy, wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong, the Steel Samurai rules!
I immediately know what I can use to bring this up. Huh? Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Your examination. Quasso. Tyranitar or Bisharp? Oh god, those are Pokemon names and I don't know them. Hold on. Tyranitar, I think, is a sort of Godzilla-like Pokemon. Oh my god, I forgot to tweet I'm live. That's amazing. That's impressive. Hey, I'm tired, okay? I had a bad day yesterday, alright? I'm still getting used to this whole streaming thing. Started yesterday. How you doing? Just debuted. My name's Ricky. Anyway, Tyranitar. I think I remember him. Yeah, I remember this guy. And Bishop. No, wait. What did you say? Bisharp. That is a choice and a half of a character. Tyranitar, just because he doesn't look like... Just because he doesn't look like a wannabe Digimon. A really, really wannabe Digimon. Yeah, totally haven't been doing this for 3 years. Like, Tyranitar is a little basic, yes. But Bisharp? I don't know. I don't know. Something about him doesn't rub me the right way. Yeah, I had my camera with me. Hold it! So you did lie. Welcome back, Centurion. Welcome back to the Twitch side. So, why didn't you use it? Objection! He's getting to that. Relax and listen.
I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing. But I was glued to the action. Couldn't take my eyes off of it. Hold it!
So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight?
Yeah, of course.
You didn't turn away. Not even once.
No.
Okay then. Tell us exactly what happened.
Yeah, I'm getting that. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham!
Hold it! And then? So the bad guy attacked him first.
Yeah!
What sort of person was this bad guy?
I told you, a person. He was a person.
How was he dressed?
I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai.
I see. And what happened next?
Then the bad guy stopped moving.
Why?
Huh? What do you mean, why?
Why wasn't the bad guy moving?
Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice.
And how exactly did he do that?
How did he do it? With a samurai kick, and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap, something like that.
He's still being vague about this.
What? Don't give me that look, Pops.
How should I play this? Press him harder. He's not describing the spear. Cody.
What?
Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action.
Yeah, so what?
Yet you missed the most important part.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly.
Objection!
You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. There is no point, aka there is no spear point in this testimony. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight. But you missed the most important part. The killing blow. Dun dun dun. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital?
That's a thing.
Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you! You can figure this out! Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that the young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Let me see our court record. He couldn't watch it. He was watching something else. Or show evidence. Okay, why couldn't he watch it? I think I remember why, but do I have to be very specific? Why is it giving me the option to show evidence? That's what I'd like to know. Okay. My brain is telling me he couldn't watch it because something went wrong. I think if he didn't take a picture of it and it wasn't in the scrapbook, he lost. Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Here's my proof. Yeah, it's wrong. Can I do that again? Doesn't prove anything. Yeah. I'm gonna just say he couldn't watch it. Because he couldn't watch it. How could he calmly watch a murder taking place at his age? Nope, that's just wrong. Just a moment, please. One thing has become quite clear in this boy's testimony. He did not believe he was witnessing a murder. He was watching the Steel Samurai fight, like on TV. The more real the fight, the more he would have watched. I have to agree with Mr. Edgeworth. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have another explanation? Maybe? Okay, let me look at the court record really quickly. Time of death. Dragging one leg. Guide map to studios. Murder weapon that would have been mended with duct tape. Block the path, seeing the crime. Contains photos. Great victory. Always carries it even though he's learning how to use it. What does this second option do? Because we aren't... Let me think about this. I'm going to use this secondary option, and then I'm going to double check my core record. He missed the climax of the fight because he was looking at something else. Probably. Something else? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai, fight? What do you claim he was looking at? Oof! Come Come on, think of something. Think of something. Nothing. Mr. Wright, please refrain from making baseless claims. Yes, sorry, Your Honor. You have another explanation for this. We are wasting daylight, man. You cannot... I have to go eat lunch with my wife, and you're just sitting here doing nothing. What? Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight, Mr. Wright? Okay, let me review my evidence. I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry for anybody who has played this game before. Let me think about this. Pierced through the chest by a spear. Dragging one leg. Guide map to Global Studios. What kind of a third-rate lawyer are you, Detective Calaveras? I'm a detective, not a lawyer. That's the problem. Let me think. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? The only thing I can think that would distract him would be Mr. Monkey. But... why did Cody look away from the fights? It can only be this evidence here. I don't think it's the monkey? Well, grand. I don't know what it is then. The camera? Oh god, it's a bullshit move by Phoenix Wright if it is. Here's my proof. God damn it! Why is it the camera game? Why is it the camera? Why would he miss the climax? Because he doesn't know how to use it. Oh my god. If he doesn't know how to use it, he misses the climax of the fight because he's trying to get it reset to take a picture. That is dumb. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah! Correct! Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. I'm gonna take a small sip. Thank you for the help, Tony. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. It means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Not shrimping in the slightest, but thank you for asking, Ryan. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. Welcome to Earth. Every time, Dahlia. Every time, Tony. Every time. No photo? Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain, so I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. Lens wouldn't open in time. Anything strange to that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Alright, time to press it in a little bit more. Okay. Of course I'm right, I'm an adult!
Pops? Yeah, I called you Pops, you spiky-haired geezer.
Geezer? I'm Mr. Edgeworth, and I'm the bitter gentleman.
That's what I hate about you grown-ups. You're all so self-conscious.
Papa Bones. Hey, I'm Unk. At the very least. It's not like a more professional DSLR camera. No, but digital cameras back in the day were pretty complex. Okay, off with the kid gloves. Testify, witness, testify.
Yipes! The Steel Samurai just escaped from the clutches of the villain.
Yeah, huh? So you did see the beginning of the fight?
Yeah.
Did you notice anything unusual? Yeah, there isn't a lens cap to remove. But it may have a digital lens cap. It may have, like, not a digital, but like a interior lens cap.
Well, I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange.
Moving strangely?
So I held up my camera to take a picture.
Hold it! Why couldn't you take a picture?
My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture. I really tried. But the lens wouldn't open up in time, so I missed it.
Hold it! How does this camera operate? When the lens opened, what did you see?
Well, a person on the ground and the Steel Samurai. That's all that happened. Yep.
Is it now? That's all?
Yeah, I told you. I didn't take a picture.
I would have. Once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Hold it. Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's got to be something here I can use. Cody! Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture.
Hey!
Bullseye?
How did you know?
I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers.
Wow! This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture.
Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody?
I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them.
Hold it! You erased them?
Yeah.
Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai, victorious?
Well, you know. Why would I want to keep a picture like that?
He's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. Oh, I know exactly. No, you don't, friend. Cody, I know you. I know your love for Yoshi. It's much like my love for my Yoshi. My appreciation, not love. You don't get rid of shit. If there was a victorious scene, you would have kept it.
Objection!
Cody!
What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it up with something bad.
I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day.
Huh? Oh, right.
What was it you told me then?
I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Whizzam! I got them all. Never missed one. A perfect collection.
B's starting to see it. B's starting to understand the vision. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Ah! Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in his album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. Ha! No! Wait! No way! Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Oh God. Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photo he took? Very simple, Your Honor. Left to get a slice of cake. What'd I miss? We have grilled this child until he was charred. And now we are proving to the court that on the day this photo was taken, the Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. Oh boy. Fun. Okay, just some warnings on my phone about storms in the area. Don't worry. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guys defeated the Steel Samurai. No way! No! It's impossible! The Steel Samurai never loses! He never loses to anyone! Ever! Your Honor? The witness has revealed everything with his own words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. Inconceivable! Can't get away without doing that. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That is why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. I just remembered something. Something I forgot to fix. You might hear a certain something. Don't worry about it. I'm going to see if this... I'm actually going to disable something real quick. There we go. Don't worry about it. The bone flaps may have been out of sync. For reasons... For reasons. There we go. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. And I need to fix something. Give me a mo. Give me a mo. Give me a mo. There we go. That should be fixed. Order! I will have order! Witness! Cody! Is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw! Tiramisu is delicious. Good on you. Oh Christ, get that man a towel and us a bucket. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight. Right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. I'm not screaming, wah. That would destroy my voice already, as if it weren't destroyed enough as it is. Order! Order! What kind of a stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what is going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What is this all about? Not Hammer. The Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order! 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 So, the Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Willpower's foot injury. Well, wait! Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldback said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He had already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. That was her assumption. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio One. Nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Steel Samurai. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it! Huh? I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick! No way, man! Not if you're gonna look at me like that! No! Here, this is it. And this changes everything. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. Yes, it is. It's at Studio 2. Not Studio 1. I'm sorry. This doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia, what? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in the photo. Find the inconsistency in the photo. Yeah, it's right here. Look, Your Honor! Look at this! I see a gate? Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor. Correct? Ah! I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. Huh? What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. Can Can I be clued in too? Like, for real? I'm kind of clueless here. You know, lost in the dark, taking a shot. Clue homie in, bro. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what we do see in this photo taken at this time... However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Easy peasy. Here at Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. Trailer is there. The path was blocked. No filming is done there. The path to the trailer was blocked! So we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime. Studio 2. Look at that box. I just noticed it. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Order! Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Olbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. Objection! This is madness! Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. Will it please the court to pay attention to this lovely little glass bottle I have? I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised, I'm suddenly much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. Exactly, you can fingerprint it. Wonder how many times this judge has called order in the trial. Too many for my voice to withstand. It is, I think, yes. Fingerprinting has been around for a long time. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads, sleeping pills. Sleeping pills. Alright, hydration. Hydration is appreciated. Oh, okay. No way. I remember it being in. Oh God, maybe no. I remember fingerprints being in Ace Attorney. Pretty sure. Sleeping pills. The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Yeah. Emma makes it. Maya disappears in this game. You forget, Maya is not present throughout all of Ace Attorney. Emma does come in at some point. I think, if I recall correctly. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes, but there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Fingerprint the bottle. An idea. Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of this bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. The court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Atkins' testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The steel samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit the murder. I'll put 2 and 2 in my head later on after the stream. As to what you're implying there, Tony. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. And we survive! Very well. Court is adjourned. I used to hate seeing that sprite for Edgeworth, but now I feel a great sense of satisfaction seeing it used so much when he has to shove his foot in his mouth. When he goes, "Irk," I think. Whew, that took a long time. Whew, that was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Of course, we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right. Thanks. So, what exactly is the crime here again? Murder. Murder most foul. Oh, crud. Man. I don't think we wrap this case up anytime soon tonight. I don't think this investigation is going to take a short amount of time. I don't think it's going to take like an hour at the very least. I think I might have to cut it off here. Exciting court day, but we don't have enough time to do our final investigation. Storms are threatening the area, and my voice is kind of going already. Yeah, I do need to take care of my voice. I'm sorry, Tony, but I don't got the stamina. For the fact of the matter is, I have to say something regarding this series as well. But let me go ahead and take it easy and bring us back to the lobby to explain. But sorry, it's only 2 hours long for the court drama, but I have to take care of myself. All right. Let me go ahead and shut the game off real quick. I know. Where. I agree. I wish I had more stamina to do this, but I gotta worry about the vocal cords, man. Exactly. So, to better preserve my voice and my sanity, as soon as we finish the Steel Samurai case, I'm gonna put a pause on Phoenix Wright, so we can focus on doing other things other than ripping my throat out once a week. Like UMDC and Phoenix Wright going back to back has not been good for the voice. I've been wanting to work on a vocal cover that I've been trying to get done for so long, and because of how often I've been screaming into a microphone, my voice has not been able to stay steady. Yeah, no. The producer definitely seems high on the suspect list, because Salmonella doesn't look like the kind of guy to murder. So, but yeah, once we finish the Steel Samurai case, the producer is D. Vasquez, a bewitching woman of some kind. She is a producer, seems to also have a big hand in the production, seems to have saved the studio on top of that. So, she is high up there on the suspect list. Yeah, well, I'm working on it, but yeah, I can only do one visual novel at a time, guys. Like, I love Phoenix Wright, don't get me wrong, and it's still gonna be on rotation until we finish the Steel Samurai case. But I can only do voice acting so many times before it really cheers me up. So, yeah. Also, in addition, I think I might be toning it down on streams a little bit. Like, at the very least 3 to 4 a week, but no more. Like, I forgot my limit last week. I forgot my limit in terms of sociability last week, and it really screwed me over. So, I'm gonna try and take better care of myself moving forward. But the less time I spend streaming, guys, the more time I spend on being creative. Like, a couple days, like last night, because I was stuck awake for reasons, mostly because I passed out for 5 hours. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate the concern. I appreciate the permission to take care of myself. Don't blame Michael. I wanted to play Slay the Spire, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get this chance for a while. But I'm gonna be real. It was not Michael's fault. Yeah, basically, yes, that's what happened. But I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't feel like streaming on Sunday. I did not feel up to it, but I did it anyway, because I knew I would be okay doing Dark Souls. But then Dark Souls turned into 3.5 hours, and then Michael was like, yo, you want to play Slay the Spire? And I was like, yes. So Michael was not the tipping point. The tipping point was me deciding to stream on Sunday. So, yeah, like I said, I need to take better care of myself moving forward. Like, all of last week, I was pushed out to the wire, doing all sorts of things, hanging out with all sorts of people. Like, what you didn't see behind the scenes last week was that I was pushing myself out into a lot of social situations. Not just in the Phantomverse, but also in regards to, like, collabs. You know, I really pushed myself out, helping out a bunch of people and talking to a bunch of people I don't normally get to talk to. So, yeah, I need to take better care of my social battery from now on. Agreed, yeah. So, I'm just saying that, I'm putting that out there so y'all can hold me responsible whenever I do too much. Don't worry, from now on I'm going to take better care of myself. And that starts with the second we finish the Steel Samurai case, it's going to be put on pause. Still going to play Urban Myth Disillusion Center from until we finish it. And at the most, 3 to 4 streams a week for if I can help it. Only a 5th if I need to like shove a collab in there. But regardless of that, I'm better now. I feel better after taking a day for myself. I'm in due time. In due time, Tony. She will understand. She will understand why Edgeworth is beloved by the franchise. I wonder if the next case is exactly that. Tony, do me a favor. Is the next case the Merry Christmas case? Just to be vague about it. That would be wild if it is. I don't know if it is. I think it might be Nessie. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. Trust me. A Christmas case? Yeah. Something like that. You'll see when we get to it, don't worry. Anyway, but yeah, I need to take better care of myself moving forward. It's not. It is? Oh, thank God. All right. Yeah, but I will be doing only one visual novel per... I will be only working on one visual novel at a time after we pause Phoenix Wright. So anyway, let me see whom I can send y'all to. Who is on the air at the mo? Looks like Cynical has gone to bed for the night. That's one. That's another. Ooh, oh, up for a while though. Huh. I could do something really funny here. Thank you very much for joining, everybody. Yeah, thank you, Centurion. I'm gonna be a bit weird here and send you to somebody that I admire instead of somebody who's on my equal level. We could do Doug, but we've done a bunch of our usual friends a couple of times. Instead, I'm gonna send you to another indie that I really enjoy watching. Just as I say, hello, everybody. You know the phrase, Bone Rush. We're going to raid into a VTuber you probably never heard of, somebody called Oh It's Piper. And they're playing Blood Money. It's a horror clicker game. I hope you enjoy Piper. Piper is a president of the dog. What is it? I forgot. Long story short, awesome individual, maybe a familiar voice, etc., etc. But yeah. I hope you all enjoy your time over there, and as always, memento vivere, memento mori, and enjoy writing your life story. Be kind to them. Be kind to Piper. Piper is very well known, and I want you guys to be on your best behavior. Bone Rush is the phrase. Have a good time, everybody.